In a proud moment for Nagaland, Justice Lanusankam Chamir appointed to discharge duties of Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court. Appointment announcement marks a historic milestone for region's representation in India's higher judiciary. All Semi Students Union holds third Union Assembly for 2024-26 tenure at Satami village on May 31. 48-year reservation policy, development of Kellohoshe Polytechnic authorities discussed as key topics in assembly. Rengma Public Organization Kohima holds a general conference on May 30 at Arsempa Hall, Jotsoma, with Kenny Law Upon, Commissioner and Secretary of Data and Travel Affairs, gracing as conference guest. Government Higher Secondary Schools in Apoto observes World No Tobacco Day on May 31. Students take No Tobacco Pledge. National Tobacco Control Program collaborates with District National Tobacco Control Cells in Apoto. Special Judge Govinda Das of Belonia District and Sessions Court sentences 22-year-old Prasanjit Muhuri for 20 years of rigorous imprisonment while imposing fine of rupees 10,000 on May 31. Accused raped 11-year-old minor girl on September 14, 2024. Good evening, viewers. You're watching English Primetime with Imlison Limechan. Now news in details. On May 31, the residents of Dimapur successfully conducted pre-monsoon social work in response to the Nagaland government's directive. The residents cleaned their surroundings and drainage systems. The initiative aimed at preventing floods during the upcoming monsoon season. As per our ground report, we noticed mixed participation as some citizens actively engaged while others remained absent. Those who participated in the social work cleared clogged drains and garbage, which were crucial steps in tackling the city's recurring flood issues. Authorities and locals are urging the public to support such initiatives and help keep the city and its drainage clean to avoid monsoon-related problems. Let's have a look at reporter Moilong Pom's ground report.
Well, media person get things there, sir. I'm going to middle point colony government for directive dance. I'm going youth can or residents can shop Milagana, Dimapur town clean Rakibo Garnia, Amakan social work crasa, Aro Kobola Montagato, Dimapur town do, Amakan Laga say to Garne, so Mono Igana, Iniga cleanness government para Rakatam de Kuridigana and Jorbra, Monte Rakigana, Dimapur town to Saparakle, Balase Gogana, Jonadiase.
Acha, Arekta Janu de Munchato, like government ba ina directive tigina se achi Dimapur town pura de social work thakogena where is mo sagena jeshi guli to bishop public han to turn up nugri gina se ti lo opor de apni ki koi
edo residents kan to colon di to ole so mano cooperation dia se ole be ekta gobole mon thaka to dukandar khan amakan colon manu khan be dukandar khan lo de sab information di se ole be ta kan dukan bon kurgena itadak to na hai aro ta kan cooperation nokore to karne dukandar khan be janibo lage government pura directive dia to mela to gobo golia dukandar khan pura town de letra to ta kan phela ole be ta kan iniga saba kura dam de ta kan nahi gena bon kurgena rakhe to karne dukandar khan be to monte rakhi gena ta kan bin jor saba gula town to saba nobo gena to jonai dia se.
Aro lastly like amnihan iman tuk pagina inaka sapa gulibi aro public han aro samde ar liter gidule se to public han dikibe amnihan ki apni ki appeal gole monase
public han lodi gobole mon thaka to hote sapa gurbo colony man khan sapa gurbo bar khan aha khan degandi shopping gurbole marketing gurbole atam di takan ini bhavna nogur gena bar di phelai di thake etu karne apni khan be etu monti rakhi gena ki lagaole be Njor Janigana, do Tanto Saba Obo, Le, to Papna Kurbo Lage, Jonai Diase. Well, media person get things.
The Director General of Home Guard, Civil Defence and State Disaster Response Force has announced that the list of shortlisted candidates and related details for a recruitment advertisement under number HG/ESSTA 3/2021-50 dated 14th April 2025 are now available on the department's official website www.hgcdsdrf.nagaland.in. Candidates are advised to visit the site for further information and updates. A coordination meeting between the Law and Justice Department and government advocates of the Guwahati High Court Kohima bench was held at the Secretariat Conference Hall on May 30. Advisor T.N. Manan stressed the importance of close coordination, urging timely justice and regular updates on key cases for better monitoring. Principal Secretary Y. Kiketo Sema highlighted that over 90% of cases are government-related service petitions, emphasizing the need for cooperation between advocates and departments. He assured legal support and coordination to defend states' interests effectively. Government advocates raised concerns about delayed service extensions, low pay and late instructions from departments causing adjournments. Despite many successful cases, advocates felt unfairly blamed for losses. The meeting concluded with decisions to hold regular coordination meetings, ensure timely service extensions, review advocate pay last revised in 2014, provide performance reports, list pending cases for analysis and report departments that delay instructions. The aim is to strengthen legal processes and timely justice delivery. The Ministry of Law and Justice, Government of India, officially appointed Justice Lanusankam Chamir, Judge of the Guwahati High Court, on May 29 to discharge the duties of the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court. The appointment will take effect once the current Chief Justice, Justice Vijay Bishnoi, relinquishes a charge following his elevation to the Supreme Court of India. The notification issued by the Department of Justice was signed by Joint Secretary Jagannath Srinivasan. This move marks a significant development in the judiciary, highlighting Justice Chamir's rising profile in the legal system. The Nagaland Foothills Road Coordination Committee has strongly objected to being excluded from recent consultations on the Foothills Road project. The committee, involved since 2013, recalled Chief Minister Nipiu Rio's earlier support and their key role in securing land approvals and mediating with political groups. A consultative meeting scheduled for April 30 in Kohima, meant to include MLAs, MPs and tribal organizations, was postponed after objections over NFHRCC's exclusion. On May 28, the Chief Secretary of PWD ordered a new road alignment survey starting June 2 without informing NFHRCC, which the committee condemned as disregarding their years of efforts. Calling the project a people's movement built on trust, the NFHRCC urged Chief Minister Rio to intervene and acknowledge their contributions. In a proud moment for Nagaland and the entire Northeast, Justice Lanusankam Chamir has been appointed to discharge the duties of the Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court. The appointment, announced recently, marks a historic milestone for the region's representation in India's higher judiciary. Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister Yangthungwa Paton congratulated Justice Chamir, praising his dedication, fairness and legal expertise. Known for his balanced judgments and strong ethics, Justice Chamir's leadership comes at a crucial time as the judiciary tackles complex legal challenges in the Northeast. The announcement has been widely welcomed by legal professionals and civil society leaders, who hope his tenure will boost public trust and ensure timely justice delivery. The All Semi Students Union held its third Union Assembly for the 2024-26 tenure at Satami village on May 31, which was hosted by the Eastern Semi Students Union. The Assembly Speaker warmly welcomed the representatives from 16 affiliated units of the SKK. Key topics at the Assembly included a strong opposition to the ongoing 48-year reservation policy by the government of Nagaland and updates regarding the development of Khelhoshe Polytechnic Atoize, reflecting the Assembly's commitment to addressing pressing issues and promoting progress within the community. A significant highlight of the Assembly was the unveiling of the Third Union Assembly monolith by Gihuka K. Jimo, President of SKK, followed by the hoisting of the flag by Imeka Z. Awomi, Assembly Speaker. The congregation united in singing the SKK anthem, fostering a sense of camaraderie and purpose. The event was chaired by Gloria Fuleshe, Media Coordinator of the Simi Totimi Hoho. On May 29, the Central Nagaland Women Association held a grand feast and induction ceremony for its new office bearers for the term 2025-28 at Mukokchung. The event was attended by prominent women leaders including Hekani Jakalu, Advisor, Department of Industries and Commerce, Government of Nagaland. In her presidential address, Atoli Sema, President of CNWA, highlighted the organization's origins and its fight for 33% reservation in the Supreme Court, emphasizing the importance of women's empowerment. Hekani Jakalu stressed that women's participation in decision-making bodies is essential for equality in Nagaland and urged women to be makers and not breakers, valuing all forms of labor. Dr. Anungla Ayer was inducted as president with Zuchano Paton as vice president alongside other office bearers. The event concluded with a benediction by the Associate Pastor Women of Mukokchung Town, Semi Baptist Church. The newly elected team aims to strengthen women's roles and welfare across the state.
It's all one. At least this is one body that should be one, to have one voice for the Naga people. Now I want to again tell our women and our mothers and our girls here, we have a very important role to play, and we can do it. We can bring the dignity. And I want us to forget us as an organization for once, but as an individual. I'm speaking to each and every woman here. You and I have a very, very powerful role, and that is because God has also made women very differently. We are so special. We have the power to convince, We have the empathy. We have emotion. We think from our heart. We are more forgiving. We have many men leaders, male leaders here also. We all know Mota Khando aggressively ase. Mota Khando ami Mota ase kila kala nijhe ko. Ami Mota ase ami ki dekhai ko. You know? And it's also a little natural. God has made them little like that. Probably, I don't know. But that is when things also go wrong. Today when we see so many factions, and when I say factions, not necessarily underground, overground, everywhere. Factions meaning choto group. It's a struggle of power. Putula ko kung hindi boleh online, kami man extract of badai na nasi, hindi ekta mano laga opinion ko khushi na pai. Moi tala ko thaki le moi ki mota asa moi dekhao. Moi alag ho jao. And that 100 is divided into 50-50. Then again, you know, so sometimes my observation is personal observation, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's also a lot of power struggle that is happening because a little bit of ego play, and this I say confidently because I've heard male leaders admitting it. I mean, I have many legislator friends and other male leaders, they also admit Mota Khando ego ho jai, ani na khushi mile na ho jai. Itu karne tate bari bishi tension ho. And this is where women can play that role. I want to take the example of two women in the Bible. Esther. We all know the story. I'm not going to get into the story. Esther won the favor of the king. And in spite of the plot that was being made to destroy the people, to exterminate the Jews, Esther's community, Esther convinced, found favor in front of the king, in the eyes of the king, her husband. And she did everything possible to win the king's heart. And it is how Haman, the one who was plotting, was the one who was killed by the king, and Esther's community got saved. That is the power of women. The other woman, the other example in the Bible, Jezebel. Jezebel was an evil woman. But her husband was King Ahab. King Ahab, in his neighborhood, saw a beautiful vineyard that belonged to Naboth. He really wanted that vineyard, and he approached Naboth to give him the vineyard. But Naboth said, I cannot, it's all one. At least this is one body that should be one.
And now it's time for a very short break. Welcome back, and now the next news. The Nagaland Foothill Road Coordination Committee has expressed a strong disapproval over being excluded from a key consultative meeting on the Foothill Road project, initially scheduled for April 30, 2025, May 30, 2025. The committee claims to have played a foundational role in conceptualizing and advancing the project since 2013, facilitating land donations, negotiating with political groups, and ensuring public support. And FHRCC described the recent move by the PWD Road and Bridges to conduct a fresh survey without consulting them as an erasure of sacrifices. The committee has sought clarification from the Chief Minister Nipurio on the intent and recognition of the gesture of handing over no objection certificates from landowners in 2018. And FHRCC emphasized that no alignment or survey can proceed without its consultation, calling the project a people's movement and urging the Chief Minister to correct the distorted approach by the department. The General Conference of the Rengma Public Organization, Kohima, was held on May 30 at Arsempa Hall, Jotsoma, where the occasion was graced by Kenny Law Apon, Commissioner and Secretary of Duta and Tribal Affairs, as the conference guest. K. Guanilo Himp, who is the president of RPOK, delivered the presidential address, followed by Kiwa Mokat and KK Rengma, who presented their audit and secretary report respectively. The main highlight of the event was the presentation of the new RPOK office bearers for the tenure 2025 to 28. Polem Tep, convener of the search committee, presented the new team, which will be headed by Peter Sepp as the president and KK Rengma as the general secretary, along with 7 members and 3 advisors. It is to be mentioned that the program was chaired by Kolevi Kent, VP of RPOK. The program also witnessed a special presentation from Romye Kent and friends and a folk song presentation by the Tesopen Yu Cultural Group Kohima. Kekwan Yotep, VP of RPOK, proposed the words of gratitude. The Department of Power, Government of Nagaland, organized a sensitization program on the Nagaland Solar Mission at the Deputies Conference Commissioners Conference Hall in Dimapur. The event, held on May 30, was conducted in the convergence with the central government's Prime Minister Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. DC Dr. Tinuchongshi Chang chaired the program, emphasizing the importance of community awareness and participation in adopting solar energy as a sustainable power source. Chief Secretary Dr. J. Alam described Dimapur as a mini Nagaland, stating that success here would serve as a model for the entire state. Launched on April 14, the Nagaland Solar Mission aims to promote rooftop solar systems among households with subsidies, free smart meters, and easy loans to reduce electricity costs. Additional Chief Engineer R. Lobosang Chamir, presented details about the mission's objectives, benefits, and implementation strategies. The session included vendor and consumer experiences, interactive discussions, and concluded with remarks from the chairperson. The National Tobacco Control Program, in collaboration with the District Control National Tobacco Control Cells in Apoto, observed World No Tobacco Day at Government Higher Secondary Schools in Apoto on May 31. The theme was Unmasking the Appeal, Exposing Industry Tactics on Tobacco and Nicotine Products. Guest speaker Dr. Mezunio Angami highlighted the tobacco industry's tactics to attract young people, including sweet flavors and colorful packaging, and emphasized the health hazards of tobacco use, including cancer and preventable deaths. She urged everyone to say no to tobacco and nicotine, and reiterated key provisions of the Cigarettes and Other Tobacco Products Act (COTPA) 2003. The program concluded with students taking a no tobacco pledge. As part of the International Day of Yoga celebrations, Assam Rifles organized a 3-day yoga workshop in Kifrade district. The initiative aimed to promote yoga as a powerful tool for physical fitness, mental well-being, and holistic health. The workshop featured lecture-cum demonstration sessions that covered the philosophy, benefits, and practical applications of yoga in daily life. The event saw enthusiastic participation from locals of all age groups, fostering greater awareness of yoga's transformative potential. On May 30, the Department of Horticulture, Government of Nagaland, in collaboration with MS Green Cascade, Mukokchung, organized a citrus sapling distribution program at the horticulture farm in Yisamyong under Mukokchung district. The event was graced by Ayano Hibo, Director of Horticulture, as the chief guest. In her address, she emphasized the department's commitment to supporting farmers and promoting commercial citrus cultivation, while encouraging farmers to seek both technical guidance and assistance. Thousands of high-quality Khasi mandarin saplings were distributed to 120 farmers, aiming to boost horticultural growth and improve rural livelihoods. The event also provided a platform for knowledge sharing and underscored the value of collaboration between the department, private stakeholders, and the farming community. The Assam Rifles, under the Government of India's hashtag Ek Bharat Sheshtra Bharat initiative, organized a cycle rally at Tuli in Mukokchung district of Nagaland to foster environmental awareness, physical fitness, and community engagement. The event brought together locals, youth, students, Assam Rifles personnel, and civil community members, promoting nation building and unity in diversity. Key highlights included the importance of eco-friendly practices, sustainable mobility, and fitness in youth development, as well as strengthening bonds between security forces and civilians. This initiative aims to support inclusive growth, promote unity, and deepen emotional integration among diverse cultures, reflecting the spirit of One India, Strong India. The Assam Rifles has previously organized similar events such as bike rallies in Twensang and Jaluki to promote national integration and community engagement. Once again, let's go for a short break. Welcome back, viewers. Bringing to you the next news. India's COVID-19 tally has reached 2,710 active cases with 1,170 patients discharged, according to the Union Health Ministry. Kerala leads with 1,147 active cases, while 7 deaths were reported across multiple states including Delhi, Gujarat, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Punjab and Tamil Nadu. Most fatalities had underlying comorbidities such as diabetes, hypertension and heart disease. Union Minister Pratap Rao Jadhav assured that the centre is fully prepared to handle any situation, with the Central Health Department and Ayush Ministry closely monitoring the situation. The government has reviewed infrastructure developed during earlier COVID-19 waves and is ready to respond to any eventuality. A 51-year-old man has tested positive for COVID-19 in Arunachal Pradesh, bringing the total number of infections in the current wave to 3 in the state. The health department is closely monitoring the situation and taking necessary precautions to prevent the spread of the virus. This recent case follows 2 prevention infections confirmed on May 27 involving a 34-year-old pregnant woman and her 53-year-old mother, who tested positive through RT-PCR testing. The pregnant woman initially tested positive through a rapid antigen test after experiencing fever and mild cough, while her mother remains asymptomatic. Mizoram has reported 2 new COVID-19 cases 7 months after the last case was reported in the state, according to health department officials. The patients are currently undergoing treatment at Zoram Medical College and Hospital in Falcon near Aizawl. The last COVID-19 case in Mizoram was reported in October 2024 with 73 people contracting the virus. In response to the new cases, the Integrated Disease Surveillance Program has issued advisories urging people to follow COVID protocols, practice good hygiene and avoid public places if they have symptoms. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma has announced significant enhancements to the state's air connectivity following a meeting with Indigo Airlines leadership in New Delhi. The development include a new stopover at Guwahati for the Delhi to Dibrugarh flight, a morning flight between Guwahati and Silchar, and a direct service connecting Guwahati and Navi Mumbai. Additionally, Indigo will evaluate the feasibility of scheduled commercial flights from Lilabari Airport in North Lakhimpur. These new flight plans aim to improve air connectivity in Assam, making travel more convenient for residents and promoting economic growth in the region. Coal workers of the Tikak colliery under northeastern coalfields staged a massive protest on May 31 against a directive to suspend contract-based workers effective June 1. The protest, led by SITU and BMS, drew over 100 workers who demanded the immediate withdrawal of the suspension order and urged authorities to safeguard workers' rights. The unions warned of escalating the agitation if their demands aren't met amid economic insecurity in the region due to the closure of collieries. Two youths from Kailashashar subdivision in Tripura's Unakoti district, Swapnanil Deb 26 and Debajoti Deb 25, are feared dead in a tragic SUV accident in Gantok, Sikkim. An SUV carrying several passengers plunged into the Testa River, and while rescue operations are underway, no official confirmation has been received yet. The Tripura government is in touch with the Sikkim government and the families of the missing youths, providing support during this difficult time. The incident has left the community in shock, and further updates are awaited as the situation unfolds. Continuous torrential rain over the past 2 days has triggered a massive landslide in Arunachal Pradesh, severely disrupting normal life and halting transportation. The landslide, which occurred along the crucial Balipara to Bumla route via Balukpung, has completely blocked arterial roads, cutting off connectivity between key regions of the state and the rest of the northeast. The incident, reported on May 31, has brought vehicular movement to a complete standstill, affecting both commuters and residents. Authorities are currently assessing the damage and have launched efforts to clear debris and restore access. Travelers have been advised to avoid the affected routes until further notice. Heavy rainfall has caused widespread flooding in Manipur, with the Imphal River overflowing its banks and inundating low-lying areas in Imphal West and Imphal East districts. The India Meteorological Department (IMD) has forecast continued heavy rainfall across the region, prompting authorities to issue advisories and take precautionary measures. Heavy rainfall triggered flash floods and soil erosion, causing a key section of National Highway 17 near Singra Saloni in Boko to collapse. The bridge has halted vehicular movement, stranding hundreds of trucks and severely affecting the regional supply chain. Local authorities are working to clear debris and initiate emergency repairs to restore connectivity on this crucial route, which serves as a vital link of good transports between Assam and adjoining states. Heavy rainfall has caused widespread flooding in Assam, resulting in 5 deaths due to landslide in the Kamrup Metropolitan District. Over 10,150 people have been affected across 3 districts, including Kamrup, Kamrup Metropolitan, and Kachar. The Assam State Disaster Management Authority has reported 2 camps and 1 relief distribution center have been opened to assist those severely impacted. Incessant rain over the past 2 days has caused a severe disruption in Sepahijala district of Tripura, as the only bridge connecting Golagati and Takarjala in Ramhari Para was washed away on Friday afternoon, May 31. The bridge, built over the Saidar River, had been in a deteriorating condition for years. Despite repeated appeals to both former MLA Bipendra Kishore Debarma and current MLA Mannab Debarma, no action was taken. The collapse has cut off communication between the 2 areas, leaving residents frustrated and struggling with mobility. A 4-year-old wild elephant calf died in a suspected lightning strike in Tripura's Khowai district, while floods claimed the life of a 16-year-old boy in West Tripura. Heavy rainfall damaged 606 houses, prompting authorities to open relief camps for 207 people from 67 affected families. The India Meteorological Department warned of persistent rain with the onset of the monsoon season. Heavy rainfall has caused widespread flooding in Manipur's Hengang Assembly constituency, particularly in Allop village, Imphal East. Low-lying areas, homes and shops are submerged with knee-deep water flowing over roads and endangering nearby electric transformers. Residents have criticized the city corporation for failing to address clogged manholes and overflowing sewage waters. This comes as no surprise given the relentless rainfall Manipur has experienced over the past 2 weeks, with the India Meteorological Department forecasting continued heavy rainfall across the region. The Imphal River and other major rivers have risen to alarming levels, prompting authorities to issue advisories and warnings to residents. The Sikkim Vigilance Police has conducted raids across multiple cities in India, including Delhi, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Siliguri and Gangtok, as part of an ongoing investigation into alleged irregularities in the development of the 1200 megawatt Tisa Stage 3 hydroelectric project in North Sikkim. Following an FIR registered on May 18, the SVP searched offices and residences of individuals associated with the project, seizing incriminating documents and digital records. Preliminary investigations revealed that authorities in the Sikkim government had acted with an ulterior motive, favoring an in-house consortium that didn't meet qualifying standards. The project, built at a cost of rupees 13,965 crore, has been defunct since October 2023 after a flash flood washed away its dam. The SVP will investigate potential hidden assets, undisclosed financial gains, and money laundering associated with the project. A serious road accident occurred near Dukhawai in Mizoram when a truck lost control and plunged into a deep gorge. The accident left the driver and co-driver, both from Runaigaon in Doholai, Chachar, seriously injured. The truck carrying ginger from Manipur was traveling via the Churachandpur to Mizoram connecting highway. Poor road conditions reportedly caused the driver to lose control, leading to the crash. Local residents rescued the injured men, who were rushed to a nearby hospital in critical condition. Authorities are investigating the mishap, highlighting ongoing concerns about the dilapidated state of key interstate roads in the region. Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan confirmed India lost an unspecified number of fighter jets in clashes with Pakistan earlier this month. However, he dismissed Pakistan's claim of shooting down 6 Indian jets as absolutely incorrect. General Chauhan emphasized understanding the reasons behind the losses is crucial for the Indian military to improve tactics. He noted that the military rectified tactical mistakes and resumed flying operations within 2 days, targeting at long range. The conflict, which began after a terror attack in Indian-administered Kashmir, saw intense aerial engagements and cross-border artillery exchanges between the two nuclear-armed neighbors. On May 31, Special Judge Govinda Das of the Belonia District and Sessions Court has sentenced a 22-year-old Prasanjit Muhuri for 20 years of rigorous imprisonment and also imposed a fine of rupees 10,000. Reportedly, the incident took place on September 14, 2024, when the 11-year-old minor girl was returning home from Ramnagar school. Prasanjit Muhuri, a driver, picked up the minor girl in his car on the pretext of taking her home, then drove her to various places and took her to a secluded rubber plantation and forcibly raped her while threatening to kill her. When the police and villagers were searching for the minor girl at around 11 p.m., the accused, Prasanjit Muhuri, left the minor girl in front of her house and fled. Following the incident, the minor girl's mother filed a written complaint at the Belonia Women's Police Station, demanding strict punishment for the accused. The police started investigating the incident and recorded the statement of the minor girl in the court. Although the police presented 18 people as witnesses in this case, the court accepted the testimony of 17 people and gave the verdict in the case today. After listening to the witnesses of the special judge of the Belonia District and Sessions Court found the accused guilty and sentenced him to 20 years of rigorous imprisonment under the POCSO Act. Although the minor girl's family was naturally happy with this verdict, the family of the accused broke down in tears in the court premises. Nilesh Chavan, accused of threatening Vaishnavi Hagawane's parents with a gun when they went to his house to take custody of her 9-month-old child, has been apprehended at the Nepal border. Chavan, close to the Hagawan family, was planning to escape but was caught by the police. He will face arrest in the case registered at Bavdan police station upon being brought back to Pune. Vaishnavi Hagawane allegedly committed suicide on May 16 due to dowry harassment by her in-laws, including her father-in-law Rajendra Hagawane, an expelled NCP leader, and her husband Shashank Hagawane, who have been arrested along with other family members. US President Donald Trump bid farewell to Elon Musk in the Oval Office on Friday, marking the end of a turbulent chapter for the billionaire entrepreneur. Musk announced his resignation from leading the Department of Government Efficiency to refocus on his companies, including Tesla, SpaceX, and the social media platform X. Trump praised Musk for bringing a massive change in the old methods of conducting business in Washington and noted that some Doge staff would remain in the administration. Dressed in black and wearing a t-shirt reading "The Doge Father," Musk acknowledged the president's remarks, including the elimination of numerous contracts during his tenure. "I believe the Doge team has been doing an outstanding job. They will continue to excel," Musk said after receiving a ceremonial key from Trump. Musk's leadership significantly impacted the federal government, resulting in the dismissal or forced departure of thousands of employees and major cuts to agencies like USAID, which supports impoverished populations worldwide.
Elon gave an incredible service. Nobody liked him, and he had to go through the slings and the arrows, which is a shame because he's an incredible patriot. The good news is that 90% of the country knows that, and they appreciate it, and they really appreciate what he did. And I gave him a little special something we have here.
Thank you.
A very special, that I give to very special people. I have given it to some, but it goes to very special people, and I thought I'd give it to Elon as a presentation from our country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elon.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you. You've seen a lot. The luck on this is amazing. I think the Doge team is doing an incredible job. They're going to continue doing an incredible job, and I'll continue to be visiting here and be a friend and advisor to the president. And I look forward to times being back in this amazing room. By the way, isn't this incredible? That this is not the end of Doge, but really the beginning. My time as a special government employee necessarily had to end. It was a limited time thing. It's 134 days, I believe, which ends in a few days. So that it comes with a time limit. But the Doge team.
So viewers, that's all for now. Keep watching Nltv.